Hi, my name is Peter Del Bono, and I'm a family nurse practitioner here at First Primary Care, and I'm going to talk to you about our pillar of exercise. Some of you may be wondering why exercise is important. It's hard to believe at this point in time that we actually question why it's important, but it's important for a number of reasons. First and foremost, and you hear it all the time, is it helps prevent chronic disease, specifically cardiovascular disease and even some types of cancer, lung, colon, breast cancer. It's very helpful in prevention of those types of chronic diseases. Other reasons, it actually improves brain function and brain structure, help manage anxiety and emotional stresses. You increase muscle density, increase bone density, strengthen your body, create balance. It helps with weight loss by helping control blood sugars and improving insulin sensitivity. It helps with sexual performance. It makes you happier. And how can you beat that? Bottom line is, exercise helps with every body function we have. It's the perfect medicine. One of the most common questions that we get asked all the time is how much and how often should we exercise? And this is an interesting question. And unfortunately, I think people try to make it more complicated than it really is. If you take us back, the human body was meant to work. It was built to adapt to stresses. The more work we do, the more consistently we stress our body, it becomes more efficient and more healthy. And that was the perfect recipe for success in a world of limited resources and harsh elements. Ironically, as things have turned out through innovation and technology and societal changes, we've worked very, very hard to take all those natural stresses and the day-to-day work out of our life. At the same time, bringing engineered processed foods to our fingertips that we have at our disposal all the time, and therefore creating a bit of a recipe for disaster. So when people ask me how often and how much should I exercise, my instant answer truly is as much as you want and as much as you can make time for. Consistency is number one. Intensity is important as well, and variety. Consistency being the key. How does our body reap the rewards of our efforts? It's through daily activity. You know, in an ideal world, everybody would get an hour of relatively intense exercise at least a day or more. But if you don't have an hour, 20 minutes is okay. Do 20 minutes harder, and that's where intensity really comes in. All in all, it's the consistency of day-to-day activity that is going to reap the most rewards metabolically and physiologically. Other things, get a workout partner. Workout partners, they help inspire you. They provide natural variety because what you're good at, they may not be great at, and we tend to gravitate towards the things that we're better at. And strength training. I grew up in a world where when people thought of strength training, they thought about kids. And actually, strength training even becomes more important as you get older, because the challenges are increasing muscle, is keeping your muscle mass, increasing bone density or keeping the bone density you have, and keeping moving. As we get older, moving becomes that bit much bigger of a challenge. So strength training even has greater benefits with the aging population than it does necessarily the 20-year-old who has a very vigorous lifestyle anyway. Obviously, there are limits to everything, but I'll take a pandemic of people over-exercising any day of the week. If you have any further questions about exercising, get your own direct primary care physician. To get started, visit nomorebadhealthcare.com.